Hey, kitty. You want your treats? You do good and you want your treats, or simply because I want your uh, consolation because it was a very frustrating game to watch. 2 in a row now where we allow more than 5 goals. The Habs lose. Ow. He's really grabbing onto my fingers now. Okay, there you go. Habs lose 7-0. We get shut out at home. And they score 7-7 on us. On a game that, honestly, could have been a lot better. We were playing well, and then they capitalized on all their opportunities, and we didn't in ours. And, Kitty, I'm gonna need you to go away for a sec, because I'm gonna get very frustrated here, and I'm probably gonna scare you out a little bit. Just... What was that? We lose 5-1 against the Kings at home. Very bad game. Full of blunders. I already talked about it. Not much more I want to add there. You play against the Dallas Stars, which are a better team than the Kings, I think. As they have more depth, they have the same size, they have veterans, they have not rookies, but they have young talent as well, you know, so they have a good mix. I think on paper, at least, they're better than the Kings. And you have them at home. They're another playoff team. We have not been performing well against playoff teams. And you lay an egg. The first period is good. I think everybody wants to prove that the loss against the Kings was not the norm, right? We have a good first period. They score on a power play. Okay, they're good on the power play. You know, we had our chance in the power play before that. We gain momentum. We don't score. Our power play has just not been kicking lately. I think they've been looking for one too many passes, and the teams know that. So they're just like closing the lanes because they know nobody wants to shoot. That's my opinion anyways. And then they get their power play. They score. And even though they score, I think we still finished the period with more momentum than them. I think we had like 14 shots to their 4 or something like that. So, okay, good first period. You know, we're all full of hope, being like, yeah, you know, we can come back from 1 goal and whatnot. Then they score 6 more. And I know some of those were like very bizarre, like the last one, you know, just like it bounces over the net and just it's just there to be batted at. And like, okay, fine. Like maybe the game shouldn't have been 7-0, but we didn't score on any of the chances we generated. Caulfield did not even hit the net. Like it didn't register a shot on goal. He's fairly snake bitten out all of a sudden. Then Newhook goes down and he's probably injured for a good amount of time. You see how his ankle bent? No, it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to. No. Then all our defensive assignments go out the window, and then every time they have a chance, they convert because we also can't buy a save. Just everything that can go wrong went wrong in that game. And it's been 2 games in a row now. And yes, there was some regression expected, obviously. Like, we had a really high shooting percentage, you know, and like not a lot of shots on goal. Like, yeah, if you were paying attention to the numbers, you knew that it wasn't that the position the Habs were at was not sustainable. But I was not expecting this kind of regression where, you know, like you can't even possess the puck on Tuesday. And even though I'm less upset about this one against the Stars than versus the Kings, because the Kings, we were just not playing hockey. We were not able to keep the puck in our stick. We were not able to skate. At least against the Dallas Stars, we were able to do a few things, but we're still not able to put the puck in the goal. Like, we had a bunch of chances. Veleno had a chance, a really good one. He hit the post. Then Demidov had a couple ones, and like we're just shooting at the goalie. It feels like Habs legend Casey Smith, by the way, just like he was good, but he wasn't Like, we were not testing him too much. We were not making it difficult for him. And we were not making it difficult for anybody of the stars. Like, they did not look like they had to try hard, and they scored 7 goals on us. Like, I think the only goal they actually tried hard for was the first goal, the power play, you know, because like they have a good power play, and they did their setup and they score, and like, yeah, they tried for that one. All the other goals just kind of happened. Like, we just gave them to them. We gave the opportunity to them. Yeah, it's bad. Carrier stick breaks. Duck tries to give it to him, gives his to him, and then like blocks a shot and is completely out of the play. And then like everybody just stops playing after that, kind of like it wasn't Duck's assignment that scored. Like, again, I'm not as frustrated as I was against the Kings, but it is the second game in a row, and we have been losing our edge. We have been losing, getting worse defensively. Teams have been learning how to play against us, I guess. I know we're gonna adapt because I trust Martin and like the front office, and I trust the team as well. Like, these guys know how to adapt, know how to improve on their mistakes. Lane Hudson was rough to watch in the sense of he was trying to push offense so much that he was just leaving massive gaps on defense, and Dallas was just seeing those and abusing them real fast too, not giving a lot of chances to, you know, to cover. Just like, you can't blame it all on Hudson's defense pairing. Like, I think it was Struble some of the time, it was Carrier some other times. Like, you can't blame it on them all the time, you know. Like, Hudson takes a lot of gambles. They didn't pay off this time. Like, he was pushing him and Carrier actually, not when Carrier is with Hudson, but whenever Carrier is with somebody else, like, they are all, like, him and Hudson push offense so much, which is nice because you have an extra attacker which throws off defenders, you know, so like it makes the rush a lot more difficult. But if you cannot keep possession of the puck while your defense is still resetting, you have only one guy back, and then you have 3 forwards deep plus a defenseman that is deep, and it's just super easy for the other team to go the other way. Like, if you're gonna take that chance, you need to make sure you keep possession of the puck. Like, if you're the forward and you see the defenseman is rushing with you and the 2 other forwards, so it's 4 of you rushing up, you cannot make a play that is high risk, because if you lose possession of the puck, it's going the other way and you only have 1 defenseman back. And like, sure, you sometimes want to save, like Dobish was not good. Like, a lot of those went in, and like, sure, they were high danger, and sure, they're high skilled players, and sure, you know, they know how to shoot, and we didn't make it easy for him, but you want some of those to be saved, right? Monty goes on net, and he immediately lets in a goal, like on the first shot also, so like, it doesn't help his confidence. After it was 5-0, I think it was a 5-0. When it was 4-0, I was like, maybe we can still come back. When it was 5-0, I was like, okay, yeah, you're probably not coming back. So when it was 5-0, and again, and I had the same thought against the Kings when the game was pretty much over by then. You want to build momentum. You want to build momentum for the next game. Like, assume the game you're playing is over. Assume you've lost. Start thinking about the next one. Start thinking, okay, let's play for free, because it doesn't matter if we get scored on more, like whatever. You're playing with no responsibilities, with no pressure, to build momentum, to start playing better, to start doing things right, to start generating something, to start making the defensive assignments, or having the correct defensive assignments. I did not see any of that. Like, sure, you just lost a teammate to an injury that's probably going to take him out for a bunch of time, which obviously sucks and obviously makes it very difficult to focus on the rest of the game, you know? But I don't know how I feel about the game Saturday against Boston. Like, Boston has not been bad, even though they should be bad on paper. And they've been rolling on a hot streak. We've been bad, and we did not generate any momentum whatsoever. Like, the first line was generating a few chances here and there. Caulfield could just not hit the goal, like I said. Slavkovsky had a pretty good game. Like, he bounced back from a bad game against the Kings. Like, he was engaged. He was hitting. He was keeping the puck on his stick, which, you know, when he does that, you can tell his confidence is high, and usually good things happen instead of rushing a pass or like a no-look pass or whatever. He was shooting, you know, he was doing stuff. And the first line was the only line that was able to keep possession of the puck in the offensive zone. I feel like none of the other lines were able to generate anything. Like, if it's not on the rush, they're just not generating anything. Actually, I'll take it back. The Evans, Veleno, Anderson line, when they were playing together before Newhook got injured, because after that there was like a lot of line shuffling. When they were playing together, they had a few shifts where they were able to keep the puck in the zone and generate something. Like, none of those are actually a scoring threat, but Veleno did have a few chances. He's just, I don't know if it's snake bitten. I have never seen him play before, so I don't know if he's just not good or unlucky at this point. But come on, you gotta convert one of those. I was doing this phase, you know, when you grab your fist and you're just like, ugh. So many times, even before we were down by multiple goals, because we had chances. We had more shots on goal than they did, and I think we had a bunch of high danger scoring chances in our favor that just did not even hit the net. And it's the second game in a row that we do that. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I know this was expected, this regression, like I said. So, and I know, you know, you're gonna lose games, and you know you'll come back after. There's a few worrying things. Defense, like in general, I think we're showing gaping holes in defense where and teams are abusing those, and that is worrying, you know, because we were not bad defensively to begin the season, and I think that kind of carried some of our games, and it's just been slipping further and further. I don't know what changed. I don't know what happened. I don't think it's just Goolie's absence, because we were not bad without Goolie, like the first few weeks that he was out. Obviously our scoring, you know, like it's gonna come back. Like, they're not gonna all be as snake bitten as they have been. Like, they're gonna start actually putting their shots on goal, especially Caulfield. Like, I'm not too worried about that. Like, that's just unlucky. Goalies. Like, I'm not trusting our goalies too much lately. None of them. Neither Davish nor Monty. Like, the Monty versus Davish goalie situation, I don't think there's a point there anymore. Like, they're both struggling. Yeah, so defense in general. I think defense and goalie situation is and the power play. I don't know what needs to happen there in the power play. We had a very good power play, and now it's just, I like I said at the beginning, I think we're just passing too much. Anywho, I'm obviously not a hockey expert. I'm just a guy watching the Habs play, hoping to have a good time, you know, enjoying the team I love play well. And I had a good time on the first period. I had a hard time in the second period because so many mistakes that obviously they capitalized on real fast. And the third period was just tough to watch because you didn't even see an effort from the team, you know. Like, as a guy that played sports myself at a fairly high level too, in the past, not now, whenever you were losing, you try to give your best no matter what until the end, because you build something upon that, right? It just did not feel like the Habs were trying to, or not all of them, some of them were, but not all of them were trying to, you know, build something for the next game. And it might come to bite us, because Boston is a hard team to play against. It always has been, and Boston in Montreal should be, you know, like something a lot of fans want to watch. And I've been considering getting tickets to go watch the Habs this season. I'm in Ottawa, so it's a trip to Montreal, and like getting tickets to the center, to the Bell Center and whatnot. And it's probably going to be on a Saturday if it happens. So it's, you know, $200 at least per ticket. And I wanted to bring some friends that are not very not what's the right word, not hockey fans, but they would enjoy going to Montreal. If I had taken any of my friends to any of the last two games, I would be so embarrassed, because the arena was just not having a good time, and you paid so much money to be there, and the team is not giving their all, you know. So yeah, the fans were booing the team at the end. I understand. The fans were also olaying when you were 6 goals behind. I don't know if that was the Dallas Stars fans. They're like 4 fans from the Stars that were there just making fun. And then the rest of the Habs fans were like picking up on the fun or whatever. I don't know what that was. I swear I heard Oles with 6 when you were down by 6. Yeah, not sure what that was. But I would have been fairly upset if I had planned a whole visit to the city to watch the hockey games, pay that much money, and then watch that. So I hope they put on a better show on Saturday. Like I said, Boston in Montreal usually attracts a lot of fans. I know there's a lot of Boston fans in Montreal. So I don't care too much if the Habs lose. It's how you lose. We did not have a good loss against the Kings. We were very sloppy. We did not have a good loss against the Stars. Even though we were better and not as sloppy as against the Kings, we just were not engaged. We're not focused, you know. I don't think our defense is as bad as it was against the Stars. I don't think our goalies are as bad as they were against the Stars. And I don't think our power play is as bad as it has been. So, Kitty wanted to jump on the table. Anyways, that's enough ranting on my end. It's enough venting. I think I feel better now after getting all that out of my chest. How do you feel about the whole situation? What do you think are the most glaring issues for the Habs? What do you think are the first few things that we can improve to try to get her back in our groove? Anywho, I read all the comments, even though there's very little, because, you know, a small channel, obviously. Anywho, hopefully we have a better game against Boston, because that was rough to watch. I want to have a good time watching the team I love, and it's been so fun. Hopefully we can get back to that. So I'll see you after the Boston game on Saturday. Hopefully it's a good one. Go Habs, go.